My bad.
We haven't started yet.
From you.
That was very feminine.
I know. Why don't you do it again? Try it. Give it a shot.
Go, Jesse.
No. You go. You said it right now. Come on. Now that you're on camera, now you got scared or what?
Wow.
Pussy.
And we started the show talking about Gruden.
Welcome to Buddha Beaches Sports. I am your host, Jose Garza. We are at the home of our good friend, Jesse Mendez.
A.K.A.
Darkness. You can't tell there's a mic right here. Oh, you still can't tell. It's all right. It's there, though.
Wow. Anyways, and of course, we're joined by Arturo Ibarra, co-host, a brother. How y'all doing today? Art, start with you.
Hey, man, what's up? No, dude, it's been... I've been looking forward for Poker Night. We kind of put it off for 2-3 weeks because of...
It's been 6 weeks.
I guess I'm too busy in work that I forget the weeks, man. I don't even know what day today is.
Like, literally, the NFL season had started by the time when we last played Poker Night with Jesse. But for anybody who knows, that personally knows us, they know why Jesse couldn't come out and play. But everything's on good, high spirits right now, so that's the best thing we can say for there. It's not the best spirits in Las Vegas and Raider Nation. It's a tough time. Whew. Jesse, Art, the Las Vegas Raiders head coach, now former head coach.
I'm fine, by the way. Thanks.
I thought you already gave your piece.
No, you said Art. We'll start with
you know what? It's like episode 1. I completely forgot you were there.
That's true. It's all right.
Episode 1.
A shadow.
You can see the mic, but you can't see Jesse now.
That's what it is. Darkness.
But I'm good. You can go ahead.
That's good, brother. I'm glad.
Yes,
That's
sir.
for you to welcome us to your home. We can hang out.
Hell yeah.
We'll buy us beer and forget about you.
Beer.
That's right. Cheers. And you're gonna see how much I suck at poker. Oh shit. Anyways, Jon Gruden, now the former head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, was released by the organization on Monday. Art, we've had many conversations since then. Literally since last Thursday when the emails were not revealed, but they were kind of hinted like what was said in them and stuff like that. You know, how he was talking about the NFLPA president, Maurice Smith, and what like his thoughts on him and the nature of the words he used in the emails. Jesse, I asked you, of course, to be here because anytime we have a controversial topic, you're the best person to ask because, shit, they're controversial.
Facts, mad facts.
So, Art, overall, since the first initial emails and now we find out more in the investigation going on since, first initially it was about the Washington football team. It had nothing to do with Jon Gruden at all. Now that more stuff has come out about him being homophobic, a racist, misogynist, give me your thoughts on the whole situation and what you think about the results the league has done or the organizations have done since.
So I guess just a quick disclosure, like we've always talked about these issues and I know it gets really touchy
it's deep.
With some of the points that we touch on, but we're not saying, and yet again, like our point of view, it's not saying, hey, we adore Gruden or we're okay with what he said. No, like we're trying to argue both sides of it, especially in the sports industry and with all the other topics that we talked about. I think the way that the NFL took care of it and the way they kind of told him, like, okay, you know what, we're going to give you a chance. Either you can resign for a better term of words, or we'll fire you. And he still had a couple.
And mind you, that's the
6
Raiders
years.
organization. It wasn't like the league
Right.
itself. It's the organization itself.
So it was. I believe we talked about. He still had like 6 years left on his contract.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good coach. He's not the best one. He has some funky plays. We saw the 3-0 at the beginning of the season. It was great. Yet again, it was winless teams. So now that we see that, they kind of tell him, all right, hey, you're out. It's the way that they did it. It's good for the team. They didn't create the drama out of it. They're like, you know what, you're not a good fit for us. However, you and I have been talking about it, and it might be interesting to have like Jesse give his point of view on that.
So I mean, overall, give your point first of how you feel about the situation, because it's our conversation's been a little bit of odds on it, and not that we're fully disagreeing, but there's definitely a lot of things we are disagreeing about on there.
So I mean, I don't know the guy, so I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Okay. I don't know if he sent. Well, he did send the emails because they came out that there's proof and everything. Yeah. We don't know exactly what those emails say.
And how long were those emails from?
So the emails originally started, at least from what they discovered so far, is going back as far as 2010. But they go all the way up until 2018. Yeah. And mind you, they were only investigating the Washington football team. Interesting enough, it was episode 13. Me, you, and our buddy Ralph was talking about it. That we're talking about that scandal, and now turn around like about over a year later, and now it's brought up again. But go on.
So before these emails, he wasn't even in the league. So he wasn't playing for the NFL. He wasn't working. ESPN. He was at ESPN, so he was a commentator. Now the league did bring it up, and the Raiders decided to bring up and say, okay, you know what? These are your two options. Now, we don't know what the email said. It's just from what the media said. And I've mentioned this to Jesse a lot. We kind of live in a society today that we believe everything that the media tells us, whether it's right or wrong. And that's kind of like where the conversation with Jose was going. I don't know what the guy said. And just from hearing what the media says, yes, a lot of team members and a lot of coaches say that he is racist, he is uses misogynist comments and things like that, and he's really sexual to women and the LGBTQ community. So that's what we hear from people. So I'm not saying that's not true. Yet again, it's all right, let's give him the benefit of the doubt on that. So I feel that they should have gone a little bit deeper into the investigation from the NFL before making the decision of saying, okay, I'm going to retire. Now, from him coming to retire, I think, it's kind of respectful in his way to say, you know what, I'd rather not deal or give this to the players. I don't want to put the players into the kind of funk of, oh, you know what, our coach this and a coach that. Similar with other players that we've seen, Deshaun Watson and Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt, all those allegations that happen. A lot
of things that were true and caught on video.
Right. And it inflicts the team and the chemistry between the team and how they work. So, maybe it was a good way for Gruden to do it that way. I just think that before jumping to that conclusion or releasing any of those statements, there should have been more investigation before saying, oh, this is what happened. One of the words that I use is that I feel that a lot of people have become soft and really, I guess we get hurt from anything that we say nowadays. Like back in the day, I remember just saying anything and it was like between guys or between friends or not just guys, but like between friends and everything. You said something, it was like, oh, hi, it's a joke. It wasn't okay.
Let me say this. I don't know like how much what you went into the articles, like from what I told you, what the topics were going to be tonight. So I just want to say one paragraph, just one paragraph from the article on New York Times, which is pretty much where everything's hitting on. And just note on that the words, that was, said, flip the card, why don't you do it? Okay. And guys, mind you, it's pure quotation. Nothing I'm saying here is actually like me saying it, me meaning it. It's pure quotation from the article. You can read yourselves. Gruden's message were sent to Bruce Allen, the former president of the Washington football team, and others, while he was working for ESPN as a color analyst during Monday Night Football. In the emails, Gruden called the league's commissioner, Roger Goodell. Oh, you're already on camera, Papa. In the email, Gruden called the league's commissioner, Roger Goodell.
You can say the word. I'll beep it out.
No, you can't beep it out. Say it. Like I said, it's the quote. I'm just quoting from it. It's not me saying it. You're in the camera. You're welcome.
See you.
Yeah, I saw you. Call the league's commissioner, Roger Goodell, a faggot. Beep. What the fuck? And a clueless anti-football pussy, and said that Goodell should have not pressured Jeff Fisher, then the head coach of the Rams, to draft queers as a reference to Michael Sam, who was the first openly gay player chosen by the team in 2014. So he came into the draft. He announced that he was, he come out the closet, he was gay.
Yeah.
And then he felt it was pressure. He was saying that, the commissioner pretty much pressured Now, the former head coach also says that's not true. We hired him for his talents. We drafted him for his talents, and we wish him nothing but the best. So that's already been denied by the head coach, the former head coach himself. Jesse, you've heard Art's opinion on it. I'll give mine in just a bit. What are your thoughts?
So, I mean, it's crazy stuff, man. You know, I think a big question I have to ask is who's he messaging? Are these his friends or?
So, like
coworkers?
I said, this was the president of the Washington football team and others. So they haven't revealed who the others were, but this was a former football team president.
Right, but was this a friend? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's his friend. It's someone he knows. Yeah. So this is what's a buddy of his that he felt comfortable enough to say those words to him.
Okay.
Through an email, mind you, because there's a lot of conversations that go on, you know, behind the scenes that can be said behind buttons, you know, and you know, people will say it's just jokingly, it's not being serious and stuff like that. Yeah. Which, of course, these days, you know, everything is serious these days. That's pretty much it. But this was to a friend. This is somebody he
So
trusted.
I mean, there's like two main points. One is the question is he entitled to his opinion on like different people, no matter what it is, no matter how it looks?
Mm-hmm.
Does he have that right to message a friend of an opinion he has? Second, is he being an ass? Both answers are yes. Yes, he has a right to his opinion, and yes, he's being an ass. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of hard because he's having a conversation with a friend, no matter what the position is. If it's a friend, it's a friend. You know what I mean? If it was like a business thread, it'd be very different. I think it'd be much more severe. But how many people have conversations?
But the words used exactly like in the way he was saying it. It wasn't like man. It doesn't sound like it was meant as a joke.
No.
It was like serious as hell.
100% agree. But does he not have a right to his opinion?
I mean, he can say what he wants, right? Everyone can say what they want. That's freedom of speech, right?
And that doesn't me saying he has a right to his opinion isn't me agreeing with what he said. Because I mean, all like what he was saying, and it sounded very malice, like very aggressive. Like it sounded like he really didn't like this person because of who they were. Which
multiple people.
I mean,
and this happened
that
when
guy, you know.
If I'm not mistaken, when the league started changing a lot of the rules, so that's when a lot of the talk about like, oh, the league is becoming soft started happening. So he was frustrated from other emails or from other articles. He was frustrated about how the league was going about. Yet again, this does not give him the right to call out every single one of those persons by the word. And then Jose made the point, you know, it's by email. So
he felt very comfortable saying it.
He felt really comfortable. Very comfortable. And just
also,
an email.
Okay, here's like, another question: Is this like a professional work email or is this like his personal email?
Well,
I don't know if you know that information.
So I can't say which one it is, but I mean, regardless, right? Like we're talking about like what he says, right? Like this is I'm gonna say it's open because they're investigating everybody from the Washington football team, past, present, all that stuff. Like they're just investigating. I don't think it matters if it's private emails or if it's pro. If anything, what if it's just organizational, and he's just sending it to like, you know, Bruce Allen at WashingtonFootballTeam.com, like, and what if that's the only way? And it's still he was sending it through that way. It don't make a difference. Email's an email. Yeah. He still said it, right? My whole objective is.
What was he doing for ESPN at that time, though?
He was a color commentator.
Yeah,
Monday Night Football. He was just saying, you know, these guys are good. This guy sucks. You know.
Do you think he was getting a rise out of his opinion?
He was popular for it. That's why ESPN was giving him loads of money to stick around because they're like, we don't want to lose you. You're fantastic.
Yeah.
Like if we.
Do you think he was trying to get a rise out of the president? And that's why he sent the email. Do you think he's just like, you know what?
No, that's his buddy. But they're saying to others. They're saying it's not just that one guy. They're saying multiple people he was telling this to.
There's a pattern. Like it's not just one email.
Yeah, if it was just like one person, it was going back and forth. They were both saying
it wasn't like a chain email.
It was like, you know, this is how I feel with multiple people. This is how I'm saying, like, I feel about this. My thing is that the way Art was describing it to me through the text messages is just the league is just soft. The league is just becoming too soft. He should have probably not been removed, or he should probably not been kicked out of the the Ring of Honor from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who he won the Super Bowl championship with. Like he's saying, like that's soft. I didn't see what they were, so I had nothing. Neither did I. Unless the next card was gonna be like a straight for me. It didn't be shit. he was just saying overall the league has become soft. I'm like, you know, you could be right. Like as far as like the way they're doing for defensive plays, they're doing for all this stuff like this, but not in this topic. Not this topic. This topic they weren't being soft on.
I guess the way that I say soft is, yeah, I see what you mean, and I guess that's where admitting you're wrong on that, using that word. You know, it's fine. I guess the reason why I was saying my main point was I think they should have done an investigation on him directly, and maybe suspended him. But looking at it now, it's like, okay, the way that he did it, I think it was best for the team and best for the league.
Well, look at how they played. They played like ass because just the one email that just came out being as just racist because everything else came out Monday, which is after the game, after everything.
The players did want him out though. I mean, that's the thing.
Well,
so.
we don't know that. We don't know what players didn't want him out. There's probably because we got like guys like Hall of Famers like Randy Moss who said I couldn't play for that guy. Teddy Bruschi on ESPN, they were saying we wouldn't want to play with that guy. Mm-hmm. So we don't know what the players did. They didn't want to play for him anyways at that point. Their performance kind of proved that. 9 points after what they had started with over the first 3 weeks of the season, and they put up 9 points.
Against my beloved Bears.
Yes, your Bears won. You're 3-2. Congratulations. But like,
take that.
Stupid. Shut up. You can bring it up another time. Just
Tennessee lovers.
Jesus. Shut up. Gosh. There's some red pill right there. Go suck it. Anyways, I mean, just overall, he lost a lot at that point. Mm-hmm. And then when the other stuff come out, the homophobic, the misogynist stuff, bro, the first openly gay player in the league, not before the league or got drafted, in the league right now is playing for him or was playing for him. And you're going to tell me you don't lose the locker room with that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, female assistants, coaches, stuff like that. You lost the trust of the owner, and the owner wanted him bad. The owner paid him, what is it, like 10-year contract, like $500 million or $100 million to get him out of ESPN. $100 million to get a man to coach out and just like be the like head coach for the team. And I think he's just like, you're right. There's things like about the rules, about like defensive, like the sacks and tackles and all this stuff. We can say it's soft as hell. But on this part, it's not soft. Yeah. It's holding him accountable for being what he is.
He screwed up on that. So then let me ask you this. And I don't know if that's one of the topics we're going to talk about.
We can reach whatever.
With the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay, go on.
What do you think is going to be the next step that they're going to take on with the head coach? Do you think they're going to...
That's up to the organization. That doesn't have nothing to do with like the league part. So like, for example, we all know what happened. Or for the most part, I don't know, Jesse looked up into it. The head coach, after their Thursday night football game in Ohio, where he's famous for coaching college football, the team left back to Florida to the home facility. He stuck around to party.
He didn't get on the bus after a loss.
The plane.
Oh, bus to the plane.
The plane. Oh, he got on the party bus, all right.
Damn.
So he got on the bus, went to an Ohio State college party, where video is caught of a college girl grinding on him, and he was like dancing with it or having a good time conversating with like students in there, taking pictures with college girls and all that stuff. The owner reprimanded him for him. He's lost half the locker room. Some of the coaches don't trust him just because after the game, instead of going home, being a coach, strategizing for the next game, what we could do, because you're already starting 0-4, what we can do to be a better team as a head coach, you're out partying because you thought you needed to cool down. But that's just him being stupid. Like stupid as in like, instead of being a good husband and being, a loyal husband, you're just cheating on your wife. That has nothing to do with like the league saying like, oh, you're a racist, you're a sexist, you're a misogynist, you're whatever, you're homophobe. Completely different. So I don't think that's up to the organization. I don't think that really has to do anything with the league. So that's what I think on that. Jesse, what are your thoughts?
That's just a fucking wild ass story. But 4-0, damn. Like 4 losses. 0-4.
Yeah, 0-4.
Damn, brother.
And you suck as a head coach right now, and you got the number 1 draft pick quarterback, and
he's not even with you anymore because you're not on the same page anymore.
he's Trevor Lawrence said that like he doesn't care. It's not his issue. So, but some of the locker room, when he apologized to the locker room, some of the players laughed. They didn't take him seriously. They laughed. So,
well, I'm pretty sure them laughing is just them showing him the same respect that he showed them by not going back.
Exactly. There you go. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's that issue to me is not the same level as what's going on.
Oh yeah, it's very different.
Now here's another thing, and I didn't bring this up when we were talking about it. Now this all started because they're investigating Washington. Why is nothing being revealed about the owner, Dan Snyder? Remember last year when we talked about it, there was discussions about how he was kind of like, selling the cheerleaders for like, escorts and stuff like that.
Well,
and
those are part of the emails too.
That's what, yeah, with Gruden. So he like
right, but in the news,
but
the only one that's being
Jon Gruden is the only one being punished. It's
one.
not Dan Snyder. It's not anybody from the Washington football
It
team.
makes you kind of ask the question, like, whose pockets are like in his.
And that's my
Well, so
that
the-
was my point on saying like I think they should
Yeah.
investigate Gruden like apart from the Washington thing.
That's
But-
rough. You at that point you're that locker room's not going to keep Gruden. Like you're not with the first openly gay guy there, not with a bunch of African American players, and then you got guys like Keyshawn, and you got you had Khalil Mack who never had a good feeling about this guy, and you're just like at this point I don't trust him, I don't believe in him,
See and even if they kind of just slapped him on the wrist, what more can he do?
Yeah.
If he lost the locker room.
Like first of all, like
lost their respect. They don't trust him no more.
yeah.
Like if he were to stay, what benefits the team if he stays?
So let me ask you this: we've talked about, we're going fully on this episode so far on this topic only.
I feel like I've gone first every round. Just want to point that out.
Did you lose the last round?
No, but I went first,
Well, you gotta.
and then I also went first.
Okay, anyways,
So I matched it.
like let me ask you this: does privilege come into factor in here?
I mean, privilege in general, yes. But if someone were to say white privilege,
No, I'm just saying privilege. I'm just saying
no.
privilege.
The reason I'm bringing it because I know I've seen it being brought up in this specific conversation from different comments.
Okay.
So privilege, yes. I'm sure this guy has money. You know what I mean? Same thing with Dan Snyder. I'm sure he has a lot of money, and that's why his name's not being said.
So I'm saying it as a factor, as in because he had power. He's a head
100%.
coach.
Mhm.
He's pretty much.
The reason he has so much power now is because one, none of this was brought to light until now. Two, because he was a likable person because of the kind of person he was on film.
He was like a salesman
on film. Yeah, he said a lot of crazy shit, and people liked ESPN liked him for it. They were trying to keep him, they couldn't.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But because of that kind of person he was, I feel like he got in good with a lot of people, and now he has all this power. But shit hits the fan, man.
Yeah.
Truth eventually comes to light.
Yeah. So I mean, overall, I'm glad the organization and even the Bucks they got rid of his name on the Ring of Honor. I know you had a little, you thought that was soft too. I mean, I think now you're changing your point on that.
Yeah, it's not soft. I think it's just more of the like.
I'm just going by the first thing you said when you said that.
Okay,
to me.
wait, and soft can be interpreted a lot of different ways. Like, for example, WWE. Some can say that's gotten a lot like really soft.
Well, since Chris
John
Benoit,
Cena.
since Chris Benoit killed his wife and child, and then killed himself. That
it wasn't the last couple of deaths, right? Who fell? Was it?
Oh, Hart.
Yeah.
No, I mean that was like 20 years before that, or 10 years before that.
Yeah.
No, but we're talking about the reason, because that was an accident, right?
Right.
But Chris Benoit was getting concussed badly. Like they said he had Alzheimer's. His brain was like the Alzheimer's of an 80-year-old. An 80-year-old.
Right.
The guy was like 40.
But you would think that the organization would do like a lot of checkups, like
At the time, they weren't, and I was
right.
And then now they're like, okay, well now we'll actually test you for steroids. Now we'll actually see,
It's a same thing with the NFL, though.
But that's from the business aspect. I'm talking about on screen. Like,
be a star, bully program and all this other stuff. And I mean, and honestly, it's not bad as far as like like you're doing stuff like for the communities and stuff like that. Like that's cool. Like I'm good with it. But yeah, you're not getting yet the hardcore.
The
You're not
hardcore
gonna get the attitude era where the women are gonna show their breasts on cable television.
You're not gonna get XD anymore. That's
DX.
DX.
my bad.
God.
Oops. Sorry guys, I'm fired.
Oh.
You're lucky it's Puro Pinche Sports, not Puro Pinche
Yeah.
Wrestling. That's already
Puro pinche pendejo over
All right,
here.
for real. That's already
It's
top
first
right.
beer, that's what it is.
It's your first glass.
Second. I don't know what beer this
Did you
is.
check?
This is from Mexico.
Did
I
you
don't know. I don't know where Jesse got it
What do
from.
you mean?
Did you check?
Yeah, I checked.
All right, you check.
Yeah. Actually, wait. No, I'll go up.
You ignorant slut.
Why not?
I'll raise it.
I'm folding. You're like a lawn
So
chair.
I mean, overall, I just think in the end, everything that happened. I mean, I'm joining.
I'm glad this is coming to light because I don't like how much more power can this man have, get, and then what repercussions would that bring?
Imagine the outrage that would have been if he was still the head coach.
Yeah.
That would have been way worse. The outrage, you're letting this guy stick around because of all the crowd that there. You check it?
How deep are you willing to go in this episode?
What are you playing?
We're talking about chips or
I know.
Oh, wait, you're actually gonna go it?
talking about sexual misconduct?
All right.
I just want
So we're-
to be sure.
Oh, straight.
Oh, I lost. I was going for that two-pair strategy.
Yeah, shit.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. So, anyways, all right. Well, that was a good topic, guys. It's not easy to talk about sometimes, but it's definitely
Easy.
something that should be talked
Being
about.
cheesy. 100%.
Yeah. So it's open conversation that should go through. All right. Last Saturday, a trilogy happened. Tyson Fury defending all of his damn championships. I'm not gonna name them all. Fuck that shit. Over versus Deontay Wilder. Third fight. Fuck, 5, 10, 50? I don't know. They have too many championships. Unify them all already. He's not even the unified champion. I think that Alexander Usyk, who just defeated Anthony Joshua a few weeks ago, is another champion. So I thought he was dealing. You ignorant slut.
Get your shit out of here, boy. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I got you. Anyways,
You always said he was going first. You didn't want to go first.
wow.
Go first. I can deal, you weirdo.
Anyways, so Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, third fight. Jesse, we opened up Puro Pinche Sports talking about the second fight, talking about how amazing fucking Tyson Fury looked in that fight, how one-sided it was. Deontay Wilder crying about, he didn't want to quit. One of his trainers, threw in the towel, and then just, he lost, and he blamed his, that suit. Remember he came out with that, funky looking suit, and he was just like, well, I just got tired. I don't know what to do anymore. What do you want me to expect? My legs felt weak. That long walk to the ring. It's like, okay, well, you chose to wear that suit. Nobody fucking told you to wear that suit. Who told you that? Did you lose a bet? Anyways, that was first episode. Now we're talking about, episode 54. God damn. And we're talking about the third fight. Oh, here we go. Is that a pair?
Yes,
You had nothing.
But does a pair almost beat a straight?
Almost beats a straight.
Almost straight. Yeah, he wins.
Sadly.
Yeah, he won. So, Jesse, give me your thoughts on Fury Wilder 3. That was a big fight. We saw a lot of good knockdowns, a lot of good moments. Like, is it over?
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of heavy hits in that one.
Yeah,
Holy
man.
shit.
So give me your thoughts on that.
I was fucking rocked in some of those hits. I was like, holy shit. That was a good fight, man. It really
Are you
was.
sure it wasn't the beer?
It could have been both,
Oh,
it
man.
looked like in the middle of the fight, it looked like they needed a couple beers.
So, I mean, early going, Deontay Wilder looked pretty good. He got some knockdowns on Tyson Fury.
Mm-hmm.
But then overall, Tyson Fury turned it around, with his cardio, with his technique. I'll say something that, was shared with me by other co-host Marco. He said, Deontay Wilder, it was his pick, even though he doesn't have the technique and this, probably this, boxing skill that Fury has, he has a puncher's chance. He has that right hand, that freaking knockout glory. But we saw Tyson Fury, he take it. In the first fight where he got knocked out essentially and then woke up like the Undertaker, And then he got knocked down multiple times in the third fight, and he didn't look shaken. Like I feel like he was like, all right, you got me. That was a good one, but he didn't look out.
He was
He didn't look like he was like he got hit, but he didn't look like oh gosh, no more, please.
No, he was eating. He was fucking eating them.
Yeah, and he took the best shots from Deontay Wilder. But Tyson Fury, man, I mean, he just came back, and every time Wilder went down, he was just gone. He was gassed. He was done. Overall, were you surprised of the outcome, or did you predict that Fury would win again?
Honestly, I was going for Wilder.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know, man. I just thought he was gonna fucking go all the way with this one. He looked really good, but you can tell like he was throwing some heavy hits, and he
by
was
the fifth or sixth round, he was gassed.
Getting winded.
Yeah.
But I mean, and you know, like early in the fight, I was like, damn, he's landing a lot. So I was like, all right, this is looking good. But man, he was fucking taking him like a champ.
But
and he just started getting gassed.
He was throwing Hail Marys every chance he could. He was going for that 99 miles per hour. Like
some were missing, some were landing. Yeah.
But the ones that landed got him. But I mean, it wasn't enough. Art, what were your thoughts on the fight, honestly?
I did not watch it. No, I watched the highlights of it. I wasn't expecting so last weekend I actually went down to see my family. So I was kind of in and about with families, and I hadn't seen them for a while.
I don't care about your excuses.
For real.
But I did see the highlights. I knew that Tyson was going to win it. I just knew it's a trilogy again. Like, I think they should not have been at their fight.
Why? It was contractually obligated. That's the only way Tyson Fury got the second fight.
Well, yeah.
Was because it was on there saying, Wilder put, if I lose, I'm going to get my third fight, or else I'm going to get your money. So,
I mean, yeah, it's a good contract, because if you win it, then
I mean, the favorites that, they all have that in their contract. Anthony Joshua will have it. Canelo will certainly have it. He ain't gonna take that L and not get that rematch.
No, but no, I didn't have Wilder winning it. Yeah, he did look great. He was throwing, like Jesse said, some great punches, and he did have some quick upsets in there that you were like, oh shit, is this over? Kind of like that UFC fight that we watch at your house.
Also, what do you think about having that in the contract? Do you think it's like a little too cocky, or
no? Because I think it's almost like scared.
Yeah.
Because not scared. I don't know. It's a pride thing for sure. Because you're saying, okay, so if I lose, I'm not gonna get another shot at him. No, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get my redemption. It worked for Anthony Joshua when he lost to Andy Ruiz. Freaking.
I mean, it works until it doesn't.
And I mean, you have it there for safety reasons. Like, you don't think you're gonna go in there lose. As a fighter, you're not gonna go in there thinking I'm gonna lose. Mm-hmm. But in case I do, I have a safety net. Like, no, I'm gonna get you back for this. And look, Tyson Fury tried to have another fight in between during that time. You're talking about fantasy football because you want this trade to be done. Look, man, my opinion on that part. I'm 1-4 right now. I have nothing to say. in our league, on the Yahoo one, that's like $50 buy-in, 4-1. The $25 buy-in, 3-2. I don't care about that. So, but our league is $100 buy-in, and I'm 1-4. And you fuckers texting me Monday night. And if we're not going to, but if we share this shit, we share to each other.
Oh my gosh, shit was fucking funny.
It was good.
I think the NFL may be looking into
us. We're about to be investigated
by the Raiders. They're gonna raid us. But anywho, yeah, I mean, it's under the contract now. What are your thoughts on, Deontay Wilder's future? No, I already. Oh man, I'm gonna say it. No, I don't fold that shit. Fuck that.
Wait.
Yeah, you didn't even matches. How? Oh, we raised it now. Oh, put that red chip in there.
Oh, man.
Got you.
What you got?
I dealt, so it's your
turn. You.
Oh, okay. I ain't got shit.
Fair rates.
You almost had a straight.
You bastard. I almost had a straight. I was hoping for that 6 or that jack. but I ain't got jack.
We should do the podcast more often. I keep winning your money.
Oh, I'm not paying. What? It's not real money. It's chips. The fuck?
I keep winning your beer. That's what I keep doing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, our rules are if remember last time we said the rules, but the episode never aired because it fucking never happened.
Oof. Big oof.
But anyways, yeah, loser of the first
First
whoever-
one out,
Yeah, first one out brings beer next week. So
but for everybody, not just like one beer.
yeah, don't be a sore loser.
Or
Or
be a slut.
so,
when you lose.
Mike, I'm still waiting for your beer. Remember,
You remember.
If you actually listen to
Remember.
the episode.
he
Oh,
does.
he will.
He does. He's subscribed. Shout out to my subscribers, all 2 of you.
But anyways, no, looking to his future, I
Yeah.
think he's gonna get another fight. Not with Tyson on it, but
No, that's done. That's done.
but he's gonna keep going up, and who knows? Maybe if Fury decides to go away, and maybe
Fury's gonna probably fight the winner of Anthony Joshua Alexander Usyk rematch, because they're gonna have a rematch because Anthony Joshua is
Yep.
cashing in, and then I'm pretty sure Tyson Fury is gonna get the winner of that. And I don't know, I can't guarantee, but I think if I'm right, because he's using that clause, Usyk can't use a clause to get another rematch. There's a reason why we didn't see Ruiz Joshua 3. Though I think Ruiz will earn his way back up to fight Joshua again in the future. Oh, it's me. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But anyways, Jesse, what is your thoughts on the future of both men? Do you have anything to say at all anymore?
I should fight Jake Paul.
Oh, let Tyson Fury little brother fight Jake Paul. Will we watch it? No, I
Maybe the highlights.
I paid for Tyron one day and that was a mistake. This made a huge mistake.
Oh man.
Except for the other fights. The other fights on that card was good.
So it wasn't a big mistake.
But was it worth the money I paid for it? Those
No,
fights?
I don't
Maybe
know how
not.
much you
Maybe
paid for
not. We don't ask, don't tell. Anyways, moving on, Art. We can talk about the football games. Let's review week 5. Now we can preview week 6.
We're halfway there on our picks.
What?
Like the picks from last week, we were both on and off.
Oh yeah. I mean,
So-
that's predictions, right?
But I did predict the Kansas City to go down to the Bills.
Can we review first before you
Go
just
for
start
it.
squealing? Or are you just messing? Do you want to talk? You want to get in on this?
Hell
No,
yeah.
you don't watch football. You don't.
I don't, but you know.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well,
He's gonna do the
Cowboys.
league next year.
Huh?
He's gonna do the fantasy league next year.
Oh, only because his wife makes him.
But we'll have so much fun.
It's true.
He's not gonna do $100 buy-in.
I will.
You
His
will?
wife,
My wife really wants me to do the buy-in.
Wait, is she paying for you?
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's
All right.
perfect.
You want to
Let's
two
go.
seats though?
No, you want to cover though. Like we'll make it a 16-team
My
league.
wife has a gambling problem. So that's why I'm doing this. Just so everybody
Yeah.
knows.
She has a problem. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's lay it down. I'll start with you. We'll start with the reviews for breakdown of each game. So we'll start with you. Rams at Seahawks.
I'll be back. I'm going to grab some beers for my boys.
Bring me one.
The Rams, Seattle.
Thursday Night Football.
I told you the Rams were gonna win.
Okay, you're right. I said Seahawks.
What? It was a good game.
It was a chess match.
It was a
It
good
was,
game.
it was a chess match.
It was an entertaining game.
Yeah.
Sad for Carson that he couldn't play. I mean, he has that injury in his neck. Who knows? It may flare up again. Right now, they're saying he's going to play in Sunday night, but who knows? But that injury to Russell Wilson, he has not missed a game,
man.
and now he's going to miss one of his first games in I don't know how
Say
many.
about 4 to 6 weeks.
But-
It's like the same injury that Drew Brees had a few years ago when they were playing, I think the Rams it was, and then he caught, not the Rams, and then he caught his hand on Aaron Donald's helmet, and so same scenario. This time it's Russell Wilson,
Yep.
and look, I mean, I had the Seahawks going into the postseason, and Russ, but with Russ, you believe it. Like with Geno Smith, you don't.
He did not look bad though.
No.
And he didn't look as like, okay, hey, just starting in, I'm the
Well,
backup.
he's got a good head coach and a good team.
So he knew what he was doing. He wasn't like scared in the pocket. He was throwing that ball down the
But
down
that
the
first,
field.
but that
So-
first throw, of the last drive, and it turns into an interception. Yeah, it was over.
But no, it was a good game. It was an entertaining game. It was better than last Thursday's game. So
Hey man, I don't know. What are you talking shit for, man? That second half was nice. I don't know what I'm talking about. That second half was nice. It came to the end, and the Bengals won. Anyways, and that's why freaking Urban Meyer got in trouble. All right, the London games: Jets at Falcons in London.
Yeah. Hey, I was happy about that. I woke up to football.
Yeah,
we
all
got
woke
football
up to
this Sunday again.
There you go. And then the Falcons got another win. Dude, you had Cordell Patterson once again in your fantasy football.
I got scared when they took him out. I was like, dang it, I am done. But then he came back, and I was like, all right, I'm okay with that.
And then you traded him away today.
And
and
making money moves.
And very dramatic fantasy football league day. You traded him away. But overall, talking about the game, it was pretty even. And it looked like the Falcons were going to choke again.
It did look like that.
Yeah, so and it's just the nature of the Falcons. They just looked like they were going to choke again. Cordell balled out, and Kyle Pitts had a nice day. Kyle Pitts for 9 receptions, 119 yards, and a touchdown. Looked good. But that's the Jets. What do you expect? The two bad teams, 2 one-win teams, Jesse, play each other. Somebody's got to look good.
Hell yeah.
Neither did, though.
No. All right. Give me a crazy game. Packers at Bengals, 25-22 Packers.
It wasn't a bad game. It was a slow game.
Okay.
Because it was back and forth. And did I want the Packers to lose?
Oh, yeah. You're a Bears fan. I had told you that.
Yet again, Rodgers comes. I mean, it seems that Rodgers is the Dame time of the NFL. He just makes some crazy throws. And
No. Damian Lillard is the Aaron Rodgers of the NBA because Aaron Rodgers showed up first. Get it right.
So, okay.
So he's the OG.
Backwards.
He's
Either way, he's just a great player. I mean, I don't like the Packers, but you have to give respect to where it's due. So Rodgers is a badass player.
Rodgers played okay. The kickers need to learn how to kick.
All of them.
Because they're all bad. Both the kickers in that game was just awful. And it came down to a kick at the end. So, fucking shit. Of course it would. Speaking of kicks, Lions at Vikings, 17-19, Vikings win. God.
By a kick.
Yeah. By a kick again. The Lions can't fucking get a W. They can't buy a win. And poor Dan Campbell, the head coach of the Detroit Lions, crying at the press conference because he knows how much his team is fighting. Like, they're going in there, check.
And they're not a bad, usually the Lions are like, hey, they suck.
They're all right.
But they're not a bad team, though.
And these losses are all close. They're all close, and that's just sad. I mean, y'all can tell Jesse's a Lions fan with this blue hat, right? No?
It's true.
He's a Dunder Muffin.
What?
Muffin?
Dunder Muffin. Dunder Muffin.
Oh, Art.
Oh,
it's the Mexican beer, dude.
Puro pinche tongues, huh? But anyways, the Vikings get out another gritty win. Their second win of the season. But, man, poor Lions, bro. Like, they're fighting. They're trying out there. And it just, gosh, like, you feel for them because,
you feel bad for Jared Goff, though.
Yeah, why not? He's not playing awful. He's not playing great, but he's not playing awful. Like, it's not. I have nothing against Jared Goff. My team beat him in the Super Bowl. I give no damn. Why do I care? Talk to me about freaking Nick Foles. Talk to me about Eli Manning. Then I'll tell you. Well, Nick Foles is your third string quarterback. You tell me. No, it's you.
Me?
Yeah. Art, give me Broncos at Steelers. Steelers win 27-19.
The Broncos did all right. It wasn't the best. However, I was expecting a little more on. All right,
They tied. Okay.
We have the exact same cards.
just get the next
Yeah,
one up.
I got you. All right, keep going. Broncos at Steelers.
They have a good D, but Teddy is. I mean, he came back from concussion protocol. Ben. I mean, he's not bad. He's not great, but
Do you think the Steelers should move on right now?
I think the Steelers should trade for a QB. They should start playing a new QB in there, though. They need to
now.
I think in 2 games.
If they lose the next 2 games,
I think that if they go down the next 2 games, even if they don't lose, but even if it's like a close game, I think they need to. They have Deontay and they have Claypool. They have Najee. If you're like struggling with those three,
But who's your alternatives? You're talking about Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins.
no,
Those are your
they
alternatives?
need to trade for a QB
Or sign a free agent.
or sign someone. Yeah.
So who would you pick up? But trade or sign? You gonna
I
pick up
mean-
Cam Newton?
Just for the season, pick up Cam.
Why? He's a less accurate thrower than Ben.
He's a little bit more mobile than Ben, though.
Okay, you can say the same thing about Dwayne Haskins.
You can pick up Ben. You can pick up who else is
Colin Kaepernick.
Kaepernick.
So he's still waiting till this day.
That's not a bad pick, though.
I mean, I don't know his training regimen. So I mean, he hasn't
But-
played an actual football game in what, like 7 years? Like, shoot.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
They need to move on. They either need to drop the QB next time, but hey, I'm okay with that because my cousin will lose a bet and I will get a free jersey.
Look, man, Big Ben is done. They gave up a high draft pick for him. The fuck? I thought I got rid of that. Sorry, yes. I'm sorry, fellas. Hold on, guys, real quick. Jesse, you on?
Are we betting up
Are we
again? Or
betting?
we
No,
just...
that's it. No, that's it.
All right.
That's what you show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesse first.
Thank you, sir.
Damn it,
Just the
Jose!
one pair.
You suck at shuffling.
Shut up. How crack is he lost them? But anyways, no, I think Big Ben's their best option to win right now. I mean, he just knows the team. Look, it's the O-line. I said it when Pouncey retired, bro. Like, that O-line is garbage. Najee Harris is going to be lucky if he is able to run in for some touchdowns. I need to look for the joke now. There it is. And that's it. I mean, honestly, it's the O-line. But Ben is done. This is last year. I think they'll move on from him. But let him have his last hurrah. Stranger things have happened. Maybe. I know you're not one to talk, Mr.
It's okay. I already made fun of myself in national sports podcast,
There you
so
go,
it's
there you
okay.
go. All right, I'll bring up Dolphins at Buccaneers 45-17. Tom Brady's a GOAT. That's
Just
it.
skip
That's-
that one. Yeah,
That's
there's
really
no
not.
other
Really,
talk.
I'm not gonna say Tom Brady's a GOAT. You got anything to say about Tom Brady?
He sucks.
He's a GOAT.
Without
No,
dick.
Oh,
the only thing that I would say is that injury that he has on his hand. It might be something just to see how he deals with that. But the only other
Ghosts
one
don't have
is
hands, bro. I have hoops.
whatever. The only other one that I'm looking forward to see how it's gonna work out with
Well, they
the
play
Miami,
tomorrow night.
with Miami.
Well, I mean, they have the backup quarterback right now. So you're
Tua's supposed to come back from IR. He hasn't shown us what he could do or he should be doing. So
now they won the first game. They haven't won since. So.
and their wide receiver is depleted right now. Parker's out. He's
Jalen
hurt.
Waddle hasn't really shown up, but then again, he doesn't have the QB that he worked out with in college. So that's a lot of triggers there. And will Miami finally trade for Deshaun Watson? Will they finally pull the trigger and give up those draft picks? We shall see. We shall.
Will he
see.
play though? That's the thing. Will he play this year?
That's up to the league. That's up to the league. And I mean, that just depends how far they've investigated into the Deshaun Watson case. All right, give me Saints at Washington, 32-22 Saints. Lost my hand.
That was some James Winston is an all right QB.
Well,
But
we've always known that.
he does not follow the game. He just makes plays on the fly though. He's good at that.
Yeah, Mr. 30 for 30.
That's it.
Yeah.
But besides that, like his touchdowns or his plays are pretty much on the long plays, on the long shots. So if he misses that receiver, it's nothing. So it's disappointed for Washington because I did say the defense was going to be better. They were going to show out, and it just seems that Washington doesn't really care right now.
But I keep telling you, man, I think everyone overhyped. I raised it. Did you raise it? Oh, I raised it. Let's not chill out, dude. There you go. Go. But yeah, no, I just think Washington was overhyped. The defense was overhyped. Wait,
Oh, you said go.
like, yeah, fine. We'll settle with this.
You have it straight, don't you?
Yes.
You fat bitch.
Hey.
This is it, so. No.
I knew he had it straight, and I was like, Art, get out of there, boy.
Why did he got himself out by purposely passing out my shit?
You think he did it on purpose?
Yeah, coward.
100%.
Yeah, I
Pussy.
did.
But anyways, go on with your take on the Washington Saints.
It's disappointing to see the Washington defense not do what they did last year.
So
And-
disappointed.
I mean,
Gosh.
McLaurin, it seems that it's like a good game,
It's not his fault.
one game, good
It's
game, one game.
not
Good
his
game.
fault.
And
It's
it's the
not.
same thing with Gibson. Good game,
It's
bad
not
game.
his fault.
No, it's not.
It's that Washington's not there yet.
So
That's all it is. That's why
they have a great offense.
I
They're
didn't
just
have to
not
win the
using it.
division for that reason. Like
So
it's came in overhyped. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, I got Eagles at Panthers 21-18. Ooh, Panthers number one defense going into this week, I think, and the defense played good, but my gosh, just to let the Eagles win, that's unfortunate. That's really much I gotta say. There wasn't really like a real breakout performance in this game. It was really more talking about the defense in this matchup. I'm gonna. Ooh. You took my cards?
No.
Took my chips?
Dropped all the cards, homie.
Oh, I did it?
I did.
Oh, that's funny.
That one beer.
Anyways, all right, go on with Titans at Jaguars 37-19 Titans.
The Titans are a joke, man.
Even after putting up 37 points and no Julio Jones?
Did AJ Brown do anything? Who's carrying that team? That's the real question.
Derrick Henry.
That's it. So you take, and we've talked about
Fantasy
that.
points, baby.
You take him out, you stop the team. And we've seen some teams be able to kind of stop Henry on the run, but he just like bulldozes through them. So we'll see. We'll see what they do. Hopefully Julio comes back. But
Don't be a punk ass biscuit in there.
You just folded.
we'll see what he does.
Yeah, Virginia called me
So-
out. I called you out. Hey, man, look, the Titans are going to be a playoff team. That's the best I can fucking do, bro. That's the best I can fucking do for you. They're going to be a freaking playoff team because, one, the AFC South is a joke. And, well, they beat the Jaguars.
Now it's your turn.
Is it?
I'm dealing.
Yeah, it's you.
So you raise.
No.
Or you fold. Or you check.
Don't be a punk ass bitch. This is where the math gets good, guys. This is where Jesse gets a little confused. He's still raising it.
Isn't that much?
Now you raised it. Now you raised it again. 2 whites is equal, Bubbles. There you go.
Okay.
Now reveal it.
2 pair.
With what?
Fours
No,
and fives.
wait, what did you have?
2 pair, but I actually have a queen.
There you go. You idiot.
Oh, okay. Hey, I had 2 pairs too.
We all had 2 pairs.
Well, you didn't because you folded.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, I'll talk about Pats at Texans 25-22. Pats, I'm not looking that great.
That should have lost it.
The Pats are not awful. Awful. You're talking about how they look good defensively, taking against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, and then they come out to Houston and just start like hot garbage. How does Damien Harris keep fumbling at the fucking red zone? At the one. Gosh, like I'm at work and my wife is texting me, "What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on?" That's how exactly I'm illustrating you, honey. But she's
Spot on.
Yeah, spot on. But man, I'm glad they didn't lose because they have the Cowboys next, and I don't need them going in that game with that many losses. Gosh.
She's gonna lose again.
They might, bro. They might. I'll give you my official prediction in just a bit. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, while we're on commercial break, that Art needs to go to the restroom. Jesse, do you have any plugs that you'd like to share with anybody?
I do have plugs.
What do you got?
So, if you're having any issues with bugs, I am the exterminator that you need.
That's right.
Hit me up.
Where can they find you at?
They can find me, Jesse Mendez, Facebook, Instagram, but my company has a Facebook called Right Guard Pest Control.
That is Right Guard Pest Control.
You got it?
And who do they contact? Just what's the number? You got the number?
210-410-5627.
You need some bugs killed? They got you.
Got you, brother.
You need someone to leave
Or sister.
you
Quality.
if you need someone to leave your side door open and let your dogs escape, this is your guy.
He has no bugs though.
I got no dogs either.
Hey, pest control.
Hey, welcome back, Art. Just in time for your turn. Bears at Raiders, 20-9.
Whoop, whoop. Nah, it was a sad game. I'm not gonna lie, dude. The Bears should have lost.
Wait, what? Really?
I want Nagy out of there though. That's my
Oh, that's awful.
No, but
you want him to lose just to get the head coach out?
hell yeah.
He's
No,
gonna get out either way.
the QB looked good, man. Like Justin Field looks good. They're still not letting him do what he likes to do. I know they don't have Montgomery right now, so
Does it have to do with maybe he's not comfortable yet? Just showcasing what he can do?
No, he's not comfortable yet. He's trying to get used to it, just like we've seen a lot of the rookies trying to get used to it. I mean, we saw Trey Lance, same thing, kind of trying to get. It's just the speed of NFL. It's different than college.
Yeah, that's why.
I mean, hell, we've seen a head coach have a hard time adjusting to NFL instead of college.
Hey, man, there's a college party going on. You gotta just skip the plane and just go straight to the party bus and to college. That's all. That's his mindset, bro. He's gotta take care of himself, Jesse.
Do you, boo boo?
Do you, boo boo? All right, I got Browns at Chargers. Oh, Chargers 47-42. Jesse, if you want to talk about a game, this was a game. Talking about 47-42.
It's a high scoring game.
It's a very high scoring game. No defense because
I know. Where's the D at? Art?
No, man, I think the freaking teams play spectacular on offense. Not really much of defense there. Great show out for Justin Herbert. Great show out for Austin Eckler, Mike Will. I mean, it's just fantastic, bro. And it comes to the end of the game where the Chargers are trying to, they know they're about to score even though they're losing. They're trying to waste more time on the clock. So the Browns defense, they grab him and they throw him in the end zone for a touchdown so they can get the ball back and have time on the clock. Otherwise, they're just burning time on the clock if he doesn't score. So he was mad because he just started saying, he was running and then he stood still and he thought maybe they'll just call it. No, they grabbed his ass and they just dragged him in there.
That's smart on their part.
It was brilliant. Don't get me wrong.
Awesome.
It was brilliant. But, man, it could have cost the Chargers, but it really tells you about the head coach. Don't worry, man. You're all going to be on camera no matter what. Show them your booty. It's okay. No worries. They look at that Sonic. Ooh. He's taking, ladies. Gentlemen. He's taking. Anyways, it was a fantastic game. Fantastic game. And but it shows you at the end of the game, it showed you where the Browns have a lack of trust on Baker Mayfield. They wasted 3 plays for 12 yards instead of going down the field 15, 20, trying to get down the field for, freaking touchdown, win the game. They had no real trust in them there. So that's really going to hurt the Browns in the future if your coach doesn't have faith in you. Risk it for the biscuit. I mean, you're trying to win a game. You're both these teams are going in 3-1. So that's a tough loss for the Browns, especially after all the points they put up there. Art, Cowboys at Giants at Cowboys, 44-20 Cowboys.
Hell yeah, bro.
Are the Giants even playing though? I think are they down so many men
practice
that
squad?
they're not?
Practice squad is playing.
So they were able to get their 53 or 52 man roster, right?
53, yeah.
At least. Damn,
minimum.
those injuries though. Everyone in the roster is done.
That's awful, man.
That sucks.
I'm sorry, Jay. That's who you decided to play.
He's not really sorry. I just want to tell you.
That's true. He's not really sorry. Fabian, Alex, he's not sorry.
I am sorry.
Jesse Santos. No. Jesse Santos is about to jump off the Giants bandwagon. He's done. He's done with that team. He's like, I'm done with y'all. It's like, fuck that. But what are your thoughts on the Cowboys? At this point, are they real contenders for the Super Bowl or championship contenders? Or it's just a lot of talk and they're just beating bad teams?
They're beating bad teams right now. I mean, they're going to go 1 on their conference in their division.
Yeah.
So will they get past it? I don't know. Maybe we talked about it. If Dak Prescott does makes it all the way, then it's a comeback story for him. So he already has a comeback story, but imagine if he makes it all the way and wins division. I don't know, man. It will be a crazy thing to see.
I'll tell you right now, us living in Texas and not being Cowboys fans, it's gonna be hella annoying being around guys like Jesse and Ralph and Kevin and Lewis and everyone else.
Just mad because Dak's gonna have a really good comeback story. You know who else has a good comeback story?
No.
Kim Kardashian. She does. You can view it.
I knew that was coming.
Kendall Jenner has a good comeback story.
Oh my gosh.
Olympian
Yeah.
to Woman of the Year.
All right.
That man, woman could do anything.
Oh my. Cardinals and 49ers. 17-10. Divisional game, just like the Rams Seahawks. Much of a chess match. Really wasn't much offense. Yeah, Cardinals stay undefeated.
Where are they playing next week?
Yeah.
Next week?
That was a low scoring
Yeah.
game.
And we'll find out in just a bit when we preview it. Because I have no idea inside my head.
That was a low scoring game.
Very low scoring. After we just had some high scoring one.
They just
Either they sucked or they just had a really good defense.
they were
Good
both
defense.
playing
That's good.
defense on
That's
those.
defense. That's defense.
So it was a
Chess
great
match.
game. And 49ers, what was the score? The final score?
10-17.
The 49ers would have picked up another touchdown, but Trey Lance did not make it on that. He got stopped right behind the goal line. So
All right, I'm going to let you have this one because I know you and my brother-in-law, Alex, have been having fun with this. Bills at Chiefs, 38-20.
we've talked about the Chiefs before.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're a bad team.
Yes, you are. No, you are. I'll show the text right now. Don't you lie.
It's
to me.
true.
Don't
So-
you lie to our public.
They're not a bad team. They have a great offense. The defense sucks. That's what I said. They have a great offense, but the defense sucks. So now, do I see them going back or making it? It just seems that all the teams that they've played that they've figured it out. So I don't know, man. I just don't think they got.
You
it.
don't have them going to the postseason.
I don't.
You don't have them going to the
I don't.
postseason. How? I don't. That's what I just don't get. There's not a team good enough to take their spot right now in the wild card. I don't know how the Pats aren't playing that good. The Bengals, we still don't know. That's an anomaly. The Raiders are not going to beat them. They don't know what's going on in their team. Steelers ain't going to get it. I don't know how he has them losing like 5 more games. 5 more.
There's 3.
No, you
You
said
said 3.
5.
Didn't I say 3?
No, you said 5.
The
You
only
said
reason-
you added on Raiders and Broncos, and you even said they'll lose to the Steelers.
I said they would lose one of those two, either to the Raiders or the Broncos. But I do see them struggling against the Steelers.
How? The Steelers are ass. Look at Big Ben.
Exactly. How? That's the thing.
He's the Statue of Liberty. I don't understand how you think that the Chiefs are not making the postseason.
You don't have to understand me. Just love me, Jose.
I don't love you. I don't love you. I love this man.
It's true.
This is my boo. I don't love you.
No,
I don't
just feel
understand.
I just feel that a lot of the teams have figured out Mahomes, and
I don't think they
I'm
even
not
figure out
saying Mahomes is a bad player. Like it's just he's making those throws, and which is they're great throws, but I just feel that he is trying to play.
Let me ask you this. You've not everyone sees it the way, of course, I see it because I'm a Tom Brady fan. Did you think every year, any years during his 20-year dynasty plus that he's still creating right now, that he wasn't going to make the playoffs?
No, I thought he was gonna make them
Every year, right?
Yeah.
So Patrick Mahomes, I'm not saying he's a GOAT. There's people that say he's a GOAT. Fuck that. He is not the GOAT. We know that. He just lost to the GOAT Super Bowl last year. Fuck that. He is talented enough to get to the playoffs every year. I don't see how he loses unless he gets hurt. Do you question Aaron Rodgers getting to the playoffs?
Not right now.
Do you ever? I'm asking you. Do you ever
To the
question?
playoffs?
Yeah,
No.
the playoffs, just the postseason.
No.
Okay. Do you question? Have you questioned? We questioned the Cowboys. I don't know why that came up in my head. Did you question Peyton Manning getting to the playoffs?
Yep.
Like a lot, or just that 1 year that you know? Well, what years was
a couple of years. I didn't think that he was gonna make it with the Broncos.
But it's Peyton. Like Peyton's fantastic.
But the Broncos were not the great. They had a great defense.
When he was asked during the Super Bowl 50 run, he was asked, but the rest of the team was fine. Like the offense was fine. It wasn't him. It was him. It was not
but
them.
The reason why they won that Super Bowl was because of the defense.
Well, no, it was also him too. Don't get me wrong. It was also him too.
It was not an exciting game.
No, hell no. We were at Jesse's apartment at the time, and I was bored as hell.
Game. That's what I mean. Like I didn't
No,
think they were
bored
going
with
to
the
win.
game. Not you, boo. I'd never be bored with you. You're my boo.
Right.
I didn't think he was going to win. It's just the defense took it. The defense made that.
Well, there's a reason why.
There's a reason why with the Chiefs. It's because they have two weapons. They have Kelsey and they have Hill. They don't really use their running backs. And the only other player is Mahomes. If Mahomes keeps making those weird, freaky passes that he makes, how many interceptions has he gotten already? And it's only in September. Like he had
Is he at 5? Is that right? Is he at 5?
I don't remember on top of my head, but
keep talking.
he has a bunch of interceptions already.
Yeah.
Just from those throws. So either he's not playing like the way that he used to in the sense of throwing smarter instead of throwing the picks. Then that's the only reason why I'm saying some of these games that I'm saying calling the upset.
He's at 6. He's at 6.
Is the reason why the Chiefs will not make it to the post. And I'm saying like they may make it as the last spot or they may make it as a wild card. But
that's a wild card either way.
But either way, I'm saying I don't see them 100% in there if they continue playing the same way they're playing. And their defense is ass.
We can agree with the defense ass, but we've seen many teams make it to the playoffs, just the playoffs, and they have a good quarterback and they go there. The Patriots, and not every year they were good. Right. Their defense was ass. The year they played the Eagles, in Super Bowl 52, that year their defense was ass. I'll admit it. Like that's why nobody wanted Matt Patricia anymore. Like at that point for the defensive coordinator, but they made it to the Super Bowl. They lost, but they made it to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes is going to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying he's going to get to the postseason. I just have a hard time because you have to try to convince me the Raiders are going to beat them or the Bengals. Fuck, right now the Patriots. You got to convince me that they'll take their spot, for that point. There's nobody in the AFC breaking out saying I'm going to take the Chiefs spot.
No, there's not a 100% team that's going to take it. The ones, and you know me, I like to call the upsets.
You do.
And so far this season, I've called a bunch of upsets that you're like, dude, I
can't
see that.
On the Chiefs, yeah.
That you're like, I don't see that. And the reason I'm saying it's their
like
defense.
Brian Ortega.
Exactly. He should have won, but hey, that was it was a good fight. It wasn't a good fight.
It was a good fight,
exactly.
But there's nothing close about him winning.
He should not have won. I said I wanted him to win because of what he did.
Yeah, and then he lost that. Future episode when Mike's here.
Hey, I'm excited for that one.
Marco, show up. Respond to my text. Don't be a coward. You lost that bet too.
So I'm not saying that they won't make it. They're not a bad team. It's just their defense sucks, and if he keeps doing what he's doing, it's just interception after interception. They're throws that he should be making. That's the thing.
But just like it could be your quarterback, could be mine, could be any other team. Some of them aren't even his fault. They come off the hands and they just somehow end up on it. The player doesn't catch them and they go to the other team.
But some of those throws that he's been throwing, when he gets the intercept, they're those.
It got him there, right?
They're the funky.
It got him there, right?
It got him there.
Yeah.
But did it help him win that last Super Bowl?
Well, that I say the O-line was ravaged, so I'll give them that, and that's it. And Mark, and I'll say that because Marco's a Chiefs fan. He's the only one that I know that's a Chiefs fan. He was like, "Oh, well, they got better in the O-line." I was like, "You're not at the level of what they were before when they guys were healthy before they got cut." These guys like Joe Thuney, the other offensive linemen, they're okay, but they're not at the level. And plus, Andy Reid has not adjusted the game plan for the running back. That was one thing me and Marco discussed, that they don't adjust things for the running back. So you're right. Like the running backs, they're ass, and then but when you have Patrick Mahomes, it's just hard. It's just hard to see a team taking their spot.
Some people may say that I'm just being biased because of whatever other drama that happened back then, or because Marco likes the Chiefs.
Oh, this involves my brother-in-law because he's also a Bears fan.
Yeah.
He's also one of the hosts on the pod.
So before that,
was this the guy that you were talking mess to, or the guy was talking mess to you?
No.
That's the one that Marco called out about the Bears losing.
Yeah, he was saying the opinion was done coming from a Bears fan. So it's funny. It was hilarious.
So that's the only reason. The only reason why I go back and forth is because my wife, she lived in Kansas, and she went to a Kansas game.
House is divided.
So the house is divided. So that's why I don't want them to, because it goes back and forth. She'll tell me, hey, did the Bears win? Whenever they lose, and it's like, all right.
She knows the results.
I get how it is. So it just goes back and forth. That's the only thing.
So it's your wife you're attacking,
yeah.
not Marco. Sure. As you can tell, guys, it's storming. Shut up, we're doing a podcast. Like I said, on that part, we can move on. I just don't see anyone topping that spot. That's it. That's the only thing. Until the Patriots play better, until the Bengals prove that they're legit, until somebody steps up into that spot, it's just hard to see.
Makes sense.
Just so I know you're just enjoying these debates.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
And finally, Colts at Ravens, 31-25. Oh, shit. This one cost me fantasy football.
We were watching Dave Chappelle.
We were.
I don't blame you.
Fucking great special.
Dave Chappelle's amazing. And look, for whatever you feel about Dave Chappelle, about his stuff, look, there's one thing I can feel about Gruden. I'm with you, but nah, man. Dave Chappelle doesn't need to change for y'all. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
And I think that's one of the points that I was trying to make last time.
Mm-hmm.
He makes he puts out conversations out there that people don't put out there, that they're like too hurt to make the point at. So that's why I like him, because it's like he brings controversy into conversation, and it's in comedy, so you have to laugh about it. It doesn't mean that you agree with it.
He's not going full hate on it,
exactly,
which is a difference maker with Jon Gruden. That's a different thing. Like that was
intention's important, and
yes,
Dave Chappelle takes shot at everybody.
Oh my gosh!
But it's sometimes it's out of love. You know what I mean? It's what he's doing is out of art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to laugh
making
at
jokes. He's making people laugh. He's making people offended. You know.
And look, not everyone's gonna agree. I'm okay with that, but let's just not cancel everybody. In this case, Jon Gruden had to go. It's accountability. That had to be accounted for. You know, he had to be accountable for his actions, for his hate, for that true shit.
See,
that's why we're wearing black. And I think that's why we're all wearing black, because he's gone. So
that's not why I'm wearing black.
That's not why I'm wearing black. I just thought that's why you were wearing black.
I'm not even wearing a shirt, guys.
There's not even a mic on the table.
Oh,
anyways,
Colts at Ravens, 31-25. Jesse, if I were to tell you going into the end of the game that the Ravens were down 3-22, and they actually pulled out the win, 31-25, what are your thoughts?
It sounds like you and Jay playing fantasy football.
Yeah, for real. Damn.
It hurts. It hurts. Guys, just so you know, at a 111-point lead, fucking Lamar Jackson, Jonathan Taylor, Mark Andrews, Hollywood Brown put up 148 points. There's nothing I could do at that point. But now I know how the Falcons feel.
They feel like they got the wing split.
Blew a lead.
I'm sorry.
That was a massive lead.
I'm sorry. Not as bad as the Colts. You know,
that's true.
That one hurts more. That they're real repercussions. Me now.
They might have just gotten cocky at the end. You know, we got this.
Yeah, I mean, look, Lamar Jackson was playing real sloppy. There's some fumbles there, some like.
You know what's crazy, man? Like the idea of momentum in a game, even with like multiple games, when the team has momentum, it's hard to take them down. You got to break them out of it.
Yeah. And to rally back and to actually do it.
Yeah,
oh, man.
Because you don't only have to match the momentum, but you have to like
go
even better.
Especially when like in this case you're down, you have to like really elevate yourself.
Got to go plus ultra, brother.
Oh, plus ultra. See that one. We'll see that one. All right. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, Lamar Jackson, fucking great. 500 yards overall, like in scrimmage wise, with him running the ball and throwing the ball, just fucking amazing. Set the record on that one. Ravens still a real threat, and they just took the AFC North lead again. What's happening here? I got you fucking sluts.
What you doing?
Well, he raised. I can't check.
There you go.
I'll check it for you.
Okay, you're so nice. He's gonna raise it. All right. I hold. Anyways, it was a great comeback performance. One that we really haven't seen since Super Bowl 51. Right? You know, it was a 19. This one was a 19-point deficit compared to a 25. But I mean, what a comeback! Just to like freaking get the W,
You
and
can't
then
raise
take.
it.
Isn't that matching?
No, if he matches, you can't raise it.
Oh yeah, now you're matching.
That's what I was saying.
Now you're
matching.
Wow.
You dummy.
It's got a pair.
Pair.
Yep.
Damn it. You got a pair of aces.
Finally, you win. It's about time.
I haven't won
Maybe
one
final-
this whole time. Just no, we've
It's
been
all part of my strategy.
Yeah, clearly. He was distracted.
Lose a lot, win a little.
Oh my gosh. Last year has worked for him like this whole time. All right. Well, that concludes week 5. Damn, we're doing a really long episode because we're fucking distracted and
Oh yeah.
Jesse's here, so you know a lot of things happen with Jesse's here. All right, Art. Let's quickly preview week 6. Give me a second. Pull it in. All right. Tomorrow night, Buccaneers at Eagles.
Bucks.
Bucks. Dolphins at Jaguars.
Dolphins.
Jags. I'll say Jags. If Tua's not back yet, I'll say
Tua's
I'll say
coming back.
Jags.
They already called it out.
In London?
Mm-hmm.
That's
I don't
interesting.
think so.
Interesting choice.
He's already practicing.
We'll
All right,
see.
interesting choice.
We will see.
All right. Packers at Bears.
I'm gonna go with the Bears, dude.
I'm
This
gonna
is
go
a
with the Bears
matchup.
on this one.
This is a matchup I have to go with.
Why
Like,
do you agree with all this? You know he's gonna lose.
I didn't agree with him last round.
Oh, that's true.
It's the
I was
Jags.
after this one.
I think the Bears are gonna
You think they'll pull
Giants
the upset?
fucking bombs.
Justin Field with 2 touchdowns. Watch.
That's enough?
No running. Touchdowns.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's enough to beat the Packers.
Who are you gonna say?
Packers.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
blame you.
yeah. It's the heavy favorites.
No one
This
with a
one I have
backpack
to.
could ever
This
take
one I have
Bear,
to go with.
first
They're,
of all.
they're the Bears.
Yeah.
It's a.
Is it gonna be a low scoring game or high scoring?
I think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
All right. Bengals at Lions. Ooh.
Hmm.
And yes, the
Lions.
Bengals are the favorite. Huh?
Bengals.
Yep.
Say Lions.
You said Lions?
I hate bagels.
Bengals.
I know, I'm just But
Wait,
I hate
wait.
bagels though.
Why?
That's for
But why?
they're just too big. You know?
All right.
There's so much we can go there. There's so much. We can go there. Fuck, man. The way the luck's been going. You know what? Break the streak. Lions will win. Break the streak. They got it, bro. They gotta fight for that coach, man. That's tough shit right there. All right. 2 1-win teams. Texans at Colts.
Colts.
Texans.
Colts. Rams at Giants.
Rams.
Rams. Chiefs at Washington. Is this an upset call for Art? Is this an upset call? Is this one of their losses? Marco, you watching?
I want to call the upset, but I'll be nice to Marco.
No,
I'll be
be
nice
up.
to the Chiefs.
Just call it. Call your shot.
Oh, I guess God wants the Chiefs to lose too.
Call your shot. What is it? What's your pick?
I think the Washington is gonna. You know what? Let's go with Washington. Let's just make
You know
that
what? You think
controversy.
Washington?
Yeah, why not?
You
Controversy.
gonna join them? You like being controversial?
I don't care if they win or lose.
I definitely want the Chiefs to lose, but Washington's. Do you think their team will be together?
They're not in trouble.
I know they're not
That's
in
why I
trouble,
like them.
but they're rocked, brother.
They're
Washington
always
will
rocked.
run and will pass through the Chiefs. It's just I believe the Chiefs are gonna have more. The defense. It's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be back and forth. It's gonna be a high scoring, but
So what do you think?
if
Washington.
Yeah,
Washington?
I'm going Washington. If they lose to Washington,
say?
though,
I'm gonna say Chiefs, but man,
Wow.
if they lose to Washington, I'm gonna be.
Kissing that booty. Huh.
Okay.
Uh
If they lose to Washington,
huh.
would you believe me a little bit more of
Okay.
that whole?
No,
Chiefs
because
thing?
and I still think there's another team that needs to step up to prove me. That's the thing. Another team hasn't stepped up to prove me to take their spot. That's the thing. Okay. Maybe the Bengals win. Maybe.
Maybe.
If
Uh,
the
no,
Bengals
I have
win-
Lions though.
and the
Well, the different conference.
and Washington wins.
Like I said, it just
But-
depends. Like it just depends moving forward. Like
All
what
right.
team is going to take their spot.
Next.
No one's proven that. Vikings at Panthers.
Ooh.
Dalvin Cook's a maybe.
I think.
Christian McCaffrey's a maybe.
Nah, this is gonna be a defense play game. It's gonna be a low score.
Gritty game. Gritty.
Yeah,
What you
I'm
got?
gonna give it to the. I'm gonna give it to the Panthers. Actually,
Panthers, same.
Panthers. Damn. Gritty game. You know, Vikings are only a 1-point favorite. I'm gonna go with the Vikings. I'm
Yeah?
gonna say Vikings on this one.
You're a dumb motherfucker, so.
Hey,
don't say things bad.
Hell
Don't
yeah,
say
you
bad
are.
things about my mom.
This man trying to be Canelo. Oh
Alright,
my
next.
gosh. Chargers at Ravens. Both teams are 4-win teams.
Chargers.
Man,
Yeah, Chargers.
Ravens.
Chargers are gonna blow the Ravens out the roof.
Chargers a better team.
have
They
a
don't
good
have 15,
defense.
they don't have 15 people on IR. It was a close one against the Browns, but I got the Chargers. I got the Chargers on this one. Cardinals at Browns. Whew. Cardinals traveling all the way to Cleveland for this one.
The Browns. Check this one.
Get their win back from the Chargers, and Cardinals are finally stopped.
I think this is their first loss to the Cardinals. They're
For the last
4-0,
season.
right?
They're 5-0 this season.
5-0. So I think they go 5-1.
Okay. Jesse? The Birds or the Dogs?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cardinals.
Picking different from Art.
This is a hard one, though.
It's a very tough one, but I think
It's very tough. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are going to get this one. Kyler Murray is a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield, and I think that's going to be the difference maker in the end of the game. Is that one of the MVP favorites is going to be the reason why they win this game. Plus, we saw how the Browns defense played last week. It wasn't like the prettiest. So we'll see how it goes. Raiders at Broncos.
Broncos.
Divisional game. Okay.
Raiders.
Ooh, after everything we discussed today,
Hell yeah, brother.
Jon Gruden,
They need to win.
I got interim head coach in there. They need a win. I agree with Art. I think the Broncos are going to take this one. I think their heads are still not there. I think it's going to take a little bit more time for the Raiders to get back into groove of things and everything. Plus, I think Teddy Bridgewater is going to play good.
I think they definitely can take the Broncos.
I'm not saying they couldn't win. I'm just saying that. I think,
But you do bring up a good point.
yeah, I think the Jon Gruden fiasco is still in their minds, and who knows, man? Who knows? Cowboys at Patriots.
Is that even a question?
Go ahead.
I think the Cowboys. No, I believe the Cowboys win this one, but I would like to see the Pats bounce back and take this game.
Yeah, go ahead, Jesse.
Mike?
Yeah.
Patriots. You're talking about who loses, right? Because we all know Cowboys are going to win.
It took Tom Brady leaving New England for possibly the Cowboys to beat the Patriots. That's what it took. It took Tom Brady leaving.
Did they lose last year?
All I hear is Cowboys played
What's
a
that?
waiting game.
Or did they play Cowboys Pats? Did they play at all last year?
They only play each other once every 4 years, but I think the last time they played was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And that's when New England beat them by a low-scoring game, like 10-3 or something like that. But Stephon Gilmore shut down Amari Cooper. But, Stephon Gilmore won't be there this time. I'm going to say the Pats, but, I mean,
You're going to say the Pats. You really think the Pats are going to win this
It's
one?
his team. He has
I
to
have
his
to.
team.
No. I thought you were unbiased. My bad. Sorry.
oh.
Well, if I was unbiased, I would have said the Packers.
Yeah. Yeah. He knows better.
Yeah, well, yeah, duh.
But I went with my team.
Yeah. I'm going to say Pats all day. I'm not dying. Like, I'm not, if they lose, they lose. But, I mean, I'm not going to pick against them. Fuck that shit. They shouldn't be the favorites. Like, even at home, they shouldn't be favorites, the Patriots. They haven't won a game at home this season yet. So there's nothing to say they're the favorites to win this game. But no matter what, I'm going to pick the Patriots. And who knows? If that upset happens, I'll be annoying as hell. And if the Cowboys beat the Patriots, y'all will be annoying as hell. So
It's true.
somebody's going to be annoying as hell.
It's true.
So the main event for Sunday Night Football, Seahawks at Steelers.
Steelers.
Who chose this main event? Man, y'all could –
It was before Russell Wilson.
I know. Y'all could have switched it, though. Y'all should have a rule that says we can switch anytime.
Steelers.
Yeah. What'd you pick?
Steelers.
Steelers. You picked Steelers.
Steelers, right?
I picked the Seahawks.
Wow.
I would like to see that upset.
I'm going to pick the Seahawks because, one, I think Ben just is ass. But plus, the wide receiver core is getting hurt a lot right now. Juju's out. He's done.
Do you think Deontay or Claypool? I'm not saying I want them to see hurt, but do you think they?
I don't think they get hurt, but I don't think that the team is going to be as explosive. They're going to I feel like they're almost going to make the Seahawks defense look good, but that's just an anomaly because they're playing against a weak offensive line.
Okay.
And an immobile quarterback. Bills at Titans. That's a real main event. Bills at Titans Monday Night Football. What you got? What you got?
Titans.
I said Bills.
I'm going to agree with you, Jesse. I say the Bills.
Why Titans?
Yeah,
I think the Bills choke for some reason. I just have a gut feeling they're gonna choke.
I have a good feeling. Wow.
But,
We've seen those games from Josh Allen where he just chokes.
So you think Josh Allen's just going to be the one
I
that
think
chokes?
he just
You don't
chokes.
think it's like the defense or anything like that?
I just think he just chokes. Like out of nowhere, like he just chokes.
At the top defense right now in Buffalo. I don't know anybody that can really stop Derrick Henry.
And
AJ Brown's still dealing with
AJ Brown
hamstring.
and Julio might come back.
Julio's a maybe. Julio's always going to be a maybe.
So
I would say Buffalo.
I
I'm
just
gonna
have a
say
feeling he
Buffalo.
chokes.
It's going to be a very good matchup, in my opinion. Possibly, depending how far they go, a playoff rematch down the line. But it's going to be a fantastic matchup. Well, guys, that was fun. That was a lot of talk. Holy shoot. How far are we in this? About an hour and a half in.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, almost. That's it. I mean, we've had longer ones.
Yeah, that's true.
So, is that what she told you directly?
That's what she told you over the phone last night.
What it sounded like you were talking to him, but you looked at me. That was very confusing.
You didn't tell him that last night?
Is she? That's what he's telling you.
We talked.
No discrimination.
Wow. All right, guys. Jesse, do you have any more plugs? I know we had that commercial one earlier when I went potty.
Yeah, it's cool. I also got a band, Dear Graceful. Check us out. We're on Instagram and Facebook. That's Dear as in DEAR and Graceful as in graceful.
Not as in deer in the headlights.
Or the deers for
Or
Milwaukee
grateful.
Bucks.
We've been called grateful before.
Or you've
Or
been called,
grapefruit.
you've been called deer ungrateful too.
This is also true.
Producer Meme. Cheers. Anyways,
Brother.
Art, any plugs?
Y'all can find me at Beachbum AI on Instagram.
Where he'll still not post anything.
Nope.
Not to this day. Why? Why don't you post anything?
I work 24/7 pretty much. I'm stuck. I can
Yeah.
post something right now if you want.
I'm like, you're not working right
Okay.
now. You're on.
Prove him wrong.
Yeah. Live feed, guys, of him actually posting something.
Oh, I'm not going to post anything.
Womp.
Coward. Hey, guys, you can find me at Jose_Luis_1990 on Instagram, at Jose Garza Jr. 10 on Twitter. Jesse, where can people follow us on the podcast?
The Puro what?
The Puro Podcast.
Puro Pinche Sports.
That's a bad handle.
It just sounded like
It feels bad. It feels
it
bad.
just sounded like
It's better than yours.
Follow the podcast at Instagram at Puro Pinche Sports Podcast. On Twitter, Pinche Sports Pod. For Art, Jesse, myself, we are Puro Pinche Sports in the Methodist household, and we are out. Until I press end, and then we're not out.